everyone, welcome back. My name is Alexandra, or else Conservation Nomad, and today I will be talking about living with an autoimmune disease in the coronavirus era. So to start off, what is an autoimmune disease? Well, to put it simply, it is a disease in which the body's immune system attacks healthy cells. So it's basically when your autoimmune system attacks your own body. Now, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, lupus, when I was 17 years old. Lupus is an inflammatory disease caused when the immune system attacks its own tissue. It can affect the joints, skin, kidneys, blood cells, brain, heart, and lungs. It is a chronic illness, which means it is lifelong. Symptoms vary but can include fatigue, joint pain, rash, and fever, and these periodically get worse during flare-ups and then improve again. Treatment can help this condition, but it cannot be cured. So basically there is medication or lifestyle changes you can make to kind of plateau the disease so that your symptoms and the autoimmune disease don't get worse, but it can never get better, it can never be cured. So for example, I'm not on any medication. At the moment, I haven't been. For most of the time that I've been diagnosed, I try to take a more holistic approach. So, for example, one of the biggest things that helped me was going vegan, and also different kind of exercise, different kind of supplements, just herbs and different cleanses and stuff. So I try to focus on that, just because that's what I feel works best for me instead of taking hardcore medication. But of course, everybody is different and you have to do what is best for you. But yeah, I don't want to get into that too much now. If you guys are interested in me talking about more myself and lupus and my story with lupus, I'd be glad to. Just comment below and I can do another video about that. But basically what I want to talk about in this video is how the coronavirus disease, or also known as COVID-19, affects people with an autoimmune disease. So basically, people with lupus and other autoimmune diseases are predisposed, which means they're at greater risk to infection because of their disease. And basically the reason I wanted to film this video is to make aware that individuals with autoimmune diseases are in the COVID-19 high-risk group. So I've recently heard a lot of people, especially my age, say things like, oh, we're young, we're healthy, even if we get the corona, like it won't hurt us, it won't affect us, it won't kill us, like it only affects the elderly, we're fine, we can keep going out, keep living our life, just stay away from our grandparents. And first of all, that is a very, very privileged way of thinking it, because your actions in a situation like this directly affect many other people, not just your grandparents. Yes, stay away from your grandparents, of course, but there's so many other people you affect, people with pre-existing conditions, people with autoimmune diseases, people that have recently been out of the hospital for some reason, people with poor health because of their social or economic status. So it is not just about you. And I just want to make that aware, because being someone with an autoimmune disease, it's already so hard. Like, for example, I experienced joint pain, I experienced rashes on my face, like the butterfly rash, or on my body when I have very bad flare-ups. I experienced fatigue, fainting, fever, brain fog, which is the most annoying one for me, because I might have been told to do something or read something or noted down something recently, and I'll forget it very easily. That's why also filming videos for YouTube is really hard for me, and I usually have a notepad with me to help me, because as much as I've practiced something or read it or learned about it, I'm prone to brain fog, which will basically confuse my brain and make it forget. So all these things already make it hard on someone living with an autoimmune disease. And then hearing people around you kind of not caring, being like, I'm gonna live my own life and I don't care who it affects, or not knowing who it affects, is very upsetting. And that's why I wanted to make this video, to make it aware that it's not only the elderly, it is children and infants, it is teens, it is young adults like myself which struggle every day. And now during this time, we're scared. Like, I think the whole world is scared. You can tell by the panic happening all over the world. Imagine being someone in a high-risk group. Imagine being someone who has to put a battle up with their body every single day, and now they know there's another enemy out there coming to get them. It can be terrifying. So I'm not making this video to get like pity from anyone, or I don't want you guys to start pitying and feeling bad for people with autoimmune diseases. No, we're fighters, we got this. I just want people to be more mindful and considerate, and not just for people with autoimmune diseases, but in general of the world, of people around us. Everyone has a battle they're fighting, whether it's physical, mental, economic, social, the list goes on. Everyone is a fighter. So I think we need to take this time of quarantine, of self-isolation, of lockdown, and reflect. Reflect on ourselves, on our actions, on what we say, on what we do, on how we live. And become better versions of ourselves. Start thinking about others more. How can you make other people's lives better? How can you give back to the world? What can you do to become a better version, not only for yourself, but for your community? And of course, what can we do to be better for our Mother Earth? I saw this meme recently where it says like, we've been misbehaving and Mother Nature has put us on timeout. And I couldn't agree more. I feel like this disease is a way of Mother Nature telling us we need to slow down. We need to stop taking advantage of her resources, of her wildlife. We need to start appreciating and start coexisting. This planet, these animals, they're not ours to use. We are a part of all this. We're part of a very delicate balance, and we've been throwing it off for decades now. And we need to start balancing that out again. So yeah, I feel like I've kind of gone off topic. But basically, my point of this video was to raise awareness about this issue, to talk about it a bit more, but mostly to urge everyone to be more mindful and considerate, and to stand strong and with each other during these times. Yes, we have to self-isolate for safety reasons, but we can still be connected and still be there for each other. And how lucky are we to have a home to do that, to have internet so we can connect to people and keep ourselves entertained, to have food and water and toilet paper. I mean, really count your blessings, because a lot of people are going through the quarantine right now and the lockdowns, and they do not have that. And we should really be looking out for those people. And yeah, I would like to take this opportunity just to say that even though we are on lockdown, there are still things we can do to help wildlife and people and animals and the environment. If you can't go out and volunteer, you can share things and raise awareness. You can donate to organizations. I've been seeing a lot of shelters are asking for people to foster animals. So that is also a great way of combating quarantine and self-isolation. I really would love to be able to foster, because one thing I have seen, my lupus and my flare-ups are very stress triggered. So having animals around helps reduce my stress, help reduce my flare-ups. So I would really love to be able to foster. Unfortunately, in our complex, we're not allowed to. But if you can, not only will it help you, it will help the animals. So you can consider doing that. And also, of course, donate to hospitals and medical organizations and research facilities that are working tireless to find vaccines and solutions and to help us. So yeah, I went a bit off, but I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, if you would like me to make a video where I talk more about my lupus, how I came about to find out about it, my whole journey through it, because I've done different treatments and therapies and workouts and cleanses, and I've tried it all. So if that's something that interests you and you would like me to talk about, please let me know below. And until then, stay safe and stay considerate. Bye guys.